What is up, guys? Leaf Erickson here with another video, and so we're just gonna jump right into it. Activision was bought by Microsoft, and I know I'm a little bit late on this, a couple days late, but I just wanted to take time, think about it, think if it was a good deal or not, or what could come for the future of this transaction. And I want to say right off the rip, I think that this is a very good transaction for Microsoft and gamers in general. I know a lot of people that are from Nintendo or Sony might have thought that, okay, this is bad for people, but really that's not the case if you own multiple consoles, if you're not just like console fanboy. Uh, like, I own every console, so like it's not a big deal to me, but I do enjoy when things are added to Game Pass and I don't have to spend extra money for that game, and it gives me a chance to try games that I normally wouldn't have tried in the first place because, once again, like I just said, I don't have money to spend 70, 30, $40 every week on a game. So I think adding more games, and especially like high end games like Call of Duty, onto Game Pass potentially. I don't know if they will do that anytime soon or if they might wait a couple years before they add Call of Duty to Game Pass, but they may add some of the older Call of Duties to Game Pass. I'm not really sure. We'll talk a little bit about that stuff in a little bit. But adding things like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro to Game Pass, I think would be freaking amazing. So I just want to go through this little list here that I have here real quick, and just these are all the things that Microsoft has purchased with this deal that went through, and yeah, I think it's just great for gaming in general if a lot of these things end up on Game Pass because a lot of these IPs haven't seen light in a long time, and I'm not saying like Microsoft's going to use all these because obviously they're not going to. There's some of them that are just like dead. But Blur, I never played Blur. I don't think. I don't even know what that is. I don't remember if that's like a platformer or if it's a racing game. But I think it was a platform. I can't remember, but I'm not sure if they'll do anything. Caesar, I don't know what that is either. Call of Duty, obviously that's the biggest one. So Call of Duty, what I think is going to happen with Call of Duty is we'll get this expansion thing that we're in right now that you pay money for. I think they're not going to do anything this year with it for on Microsoft's end. They're going to wait until the next thing. What I think they should do, which is not what they're probably going to do, is they should give it the Fortnite treatment and basically just make it a games of a service from here on out and just add new maps here and there if they want to switch up the maps or whatever. Add zombies because everyone loves zombies, and pretty much just focus on the battle royale stuff, and then just like the multiplayer stuff, just kind of like rotate it once a year or something like that, or even just like weekly or monthly, or just to keep things fresh for the people that just like multiplayer player side of the game. But there's really no reason to charge people every single year for literally the same game, especially this year. This year was literally the worst year for people buying Call of Duty because it's literally just the same game that we got last year, and they want us to pay full price just for I don't even know what. I mean, I don't know. Supposedly they're supposed to be adding zombies or something. I heard, but I don't know. I don't keep that much into Call of Duty. I know PlayStation doesn't want Call of Duty to be on Game Pass or anything like that, or just be taken off PlayStation. I don't think Call of Duty is going to be taken off of PlayStation anytime soon. I don't think they will ever take play because it's just stupid financially. I think they're gonna take it into the Fortnite approach where it's just like microtransaction happy. A lot they'll have like Spider-Man and Batman and all kinds of crazy shit in Call of Duty. I think they're gonna go that approach with it, and because that makes the most sense financially. And then they'll keep it on PlayStation. They'll have it on everything they possibly can have it on, and just make it a games of a service. So I think that's what the future of Call of Duty is going to be, which I'm all for. I don't think that you should be paying money. I wish Madden and FIFA and 2K and all those games did the same thing as well, since they make all their money off the microtransactions already anyway. Why not just make the game free, and then you can make more microtransactions because people will be more willing to spend more money on your microtransactions if the game was free. Anyways, let's keep going. Candy Crush, part of King, another one of the things that they got from there. Don't mind my broken glasses. It is what it is. Candy Crush, I mean, I don't know if that's still relevant or not. I'm not a big game player or whatever. So like I know Candy Crush was huge like a few years ago. I don't know if that's still big, but I'm sure that still prints some kind of money in one way or form. I know King definitely probably takes in probably the most revenue out of all these games, really. So yeah, I mean you got Candy Crush, Crash Bandicoot. I kind of hope they do another one because they just did four like a couple years ago. I'm not sure how if it was a considered a bust or whatnot, but like I didn't get a chance to play it because I didn't have money at the time. But I'm super excited to be able to play it if they bring it to Game Pass, and I think that'll show a real resurgence in some people as well, and maybe some people that never played Crash Bandicoot, but now that's free on Game Pass. I know you say free, it's not really free, but like it kind of is because the way I look at it is like Game Pass is just this online service fee, and then you got like 100 some games that you can play with your subscription fee. So like technically, if you play more than one or two games, you know you're getting technically it's like free, even though you don't own them, you're just renting them. But like for someone like me that doesn't play a game, uh, beat a game more than once, it's perfectly fine to me. But anyways, I'm getting off track. Crash Bandicoot. I think it's one of my favorite games growing up. I love the shit out of it. Diablo. I want to see them do more with Crash Bandicoot and Diablo, obviously. But like Diablo, I think they really need to fix Diablo 4 because it's kind of in a weird spot right now. Uh, but I don't know. They need to bring Diablo 4 to Game Pass as well. I think in order to try to save it, maybe bring some more people in. But they need to fix that game, man. They got a little too money hungry, but I mean that's every company nowadays. Everyone's trying to figure out how much they can bend over their customers and how far they'll take them. So let's see. DJ Hero. I think that's probably dead. That's a dead franchise. Not enough people really give a crap about DJing. Empire Earth, Gabriel Knight. I don't really know much about those two. Geometry Wars. I used to play the crap out of Geometry Wars. It's a really fun little shooter game where you just try to see how long you can survive, and that's pretty much the whole game. Is just like trying to outlive as long as possible in a little like geometry like shape things that are coming at you. So that's a really fun game. I don't know if they'll ever do anything new with it. I mean, I think it would be kind of cool if they did because it is kind of a fun little like pick up and play for a couple like 30 minutes to an hour, and then like just something to do when you're really bored. You don't really feel like putting time into another type of game. It is some those are kind of really fun games. Guitar Hero, man, I used to fucking love Guitar Hero and Rock Band growing up. We used to every like New Year's we would all get together and be like, "Oh, I got drums, I got guitar, I got the mic, whatever," and like we'd have full, bass, everything. It was like a full rock band, like, and it was really fun to just have fun, laugh at each other for sucking at certain instruments and stuff. But I don't know if Guitar Hero has a chance because you have to move units, like physical like pieces of stuff. So and like the problem is that when Guitar Hero and Rock, it was like every year they're coming out with new like versions of things, and I think people just got super overwhelmed because it was so much stuff that you had to keep up with, and uh, people just got over it. You know what I mean? The noveltiness of it kind of died, but it could. I mean, it could come back. I'm sure there are people like I know my son. He loves Guitar Hero and Rock Band, so I mean, there's definitely probably people out there even nostalgia, but like it's just hard if you have to spend the money to get the physical pieces again. I think that's what actually put um like Guitar Hero and Activision and all that stuff like kind of killed it was that having to um, buy like the drums and all that stuff all the time, and people weren't buying that stuff, and then like them making so much of those things kind of killed them. I think that's how it happened anyway. Um, let's see, where were we? Gun. I played Gun. It was a pretty good game. I don't know if they'll do anything with it because I feel like that's one of those like cult games. But it's a really good game. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't know about you. But Hearthstone. I like Hearthstone, but I kind of wish, I don't know if this has changed or not, but like when I played Hearthstone, when you played like the story mode and stuff, you got like a decent base deck, but like online, you get fucking crapped on. And I felt like you didn't get enough free cards in order to like slowly work your way up to like the people that paid money for the game. And I also don't like the like locking expansions behind money either for card games, me personally, uh, because I don't know if they still do that or not, but like I think that's so stupid. Like if there's a new expansion, just have a new story mode to go with that expansion for the free to play players, so that they can get at least some of the cards, and then in the ranked, even if you lose, you get some kind of experience, and then you once you hit like your level or whatever, you get like a free little pack or something like that, and you have a random chance to get some of the good cards and slowly build your deck that way. I don't know if like that's a crazy thing I'm saying, or if like that already happens, because like I said, I haven't played Hearthstone in forever, but when I played, that's kind of how it was, where it was just like if you didn't spend money, you were pretty much SOL. So anyways, I don't know. Maybe I just gave like the ultimate answer for like the way things should be in a free to play game, but who knows? I'm not smart. Hero of the Storm. I'm pretty sure that's dead. That was like their Dota type game, right? Hexen. Don't think I know what that is. I think I've seen it before. I think I know what the box art looks like, but I don't really know what the game is. Um, Interstate 76. I don't know if I know what that is. King's Quest. I love King's Quest. I really did enjoy that a lot. Kind of wish, yeah, I kind of wish they would make a new King's Quest, because the last one was pretty good that they made in like 2012, 13, or whatever it was. Um, that game was really good. I like that. The Lost Vikings. I think I played that once. Isn't that like the Diablo type game? Maybe I'm thinking of the right game. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Is Someone let me down below if you've watched this far or whatever. But I think that's like the Diablo type game, right? Overwatch, they're fucking that game up. Charging $60 or some shit for a skin, or $40 for a skin. Like, I don't know, man. Like Blizzard is just ridiculous. I don't know if Xbox will be able to save Blizzard completely or not, but we'll see, I guess. But yeah, Overwatch, it's got promise. They need to just finish the single player stuff and just get it out there whenever they can, and just try to, at least they're trying to do something in that way, in the retrospect of that. But like if they just give up on the single player thing, then yeah, they're just gonna people are gonna bash them no matter what. But at least if you show that you're trying to do something good and something that you promise and you're actually delivering on it, people will be more likely to give you a second chance. Um, Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria. I haven't played this yet, but I did want to play it. I think that's originally a Sierra game, I believe, same as like King's Quest and stuff. Um, but yeah, I want to play this game. This game looks really interesting, but I don't see them making a new one of these or whatever. I think that was definitely a product of the time. Pitfall, I could see them doing something with Pitfall maybe, because of like, I mean, the name alone, you can do so much with it, like Indiana Jones type thing or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, they could do like an action adventure game. They could turn it into like just something like Ori in the Blind, Forest or whatever. Uh, like something along those lines. Maybe they could even just make it like a puzzle game in general. They could do something with Pitfall, where they could bring that IP back. I think. Are they going to? Probably not. I don't see them making a Pitfall game anytime soon, but I could see potential there if you just made it into like some kind of like puzzle game, or action, type game where you're, I don't know, like Uncharted or something like that. So we who knows? Police Quest. I don't think I've ever. I think, is that the one where you just go around arresting people and giving tickets and stuff? Because if so, that game actually looked kind of fun. uh, Prototype. I haven't played Prototype yet, but I think it looked fine. I think it looked good. So I mean, that'd be a cool. I think that would be one that people would actually like to play if it was on Game Pass is like the prototype games because, well, I mean they are the action combat, I believe, right? So that's something that people do enjoy in video games, and I think if they made a new prototype, even if they just remade it or something like that, or made the prototype 3, because I think there's two of them, right? So I think that could be a big deal. I mean, I never played them, but that's just because, like I said, I was poor. I only could buy certain games at certain times. But I'm starting to go through my backlog now that everything's on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus and all that, which I have both, and I think both have their pros and cons. But it is what it is. Don't know what Singularity is, or did a Quest of Glory either. I don't really know what those are. Skylanders, that's dead and gone. I'm pretty sure. Like no one's buying figures and stuff anymore. Don't know what this is. I don't know if that's like um whatchamacallit. I can't think. But oh no thanks. Spyro the Dragon. I would like to see a new Spyro game. I think Spyro is a game that could definitely like sell pretty well still today. I think any of those like old like Banjo Kazooie type games, collectible games, collectathons, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I think a lot of those games could do really well still today, because I don't know, they're just relaxing. I think games like that are just super relaxing. You turn your mind off for a little bit. You do these tiny little easy little puzzles. It's just something you want to play when you don't feel like being sweaty on Call of Duty, Counter Strike, uh, freaking whatever other game, Madden, FIFA, whatever. If you don't want to be sweaty, you put on some Spyro the Dragon. And it's just a relaxing game. You just collect your little gems and unlock the new worlds, and what I mean. Like I think that there's room for more Spiral in this world. StarCraft, I think that niche is kind of dead nowadays. It is kind of. I've seen a small resurgence of real time strategy games, but like I still think it's too small of a niche for them to give a shit. They may like maybe like just like work on StarCraft 2 and like just keep tweaking it here and there, but like I just don't think that like when back in 2012, 2013 StarCraft was the fucking shit. Like that was the game everyone was playing. That was the top like esport, you know what I mean? It was like StarCraft and League of Legends I think at the time that were the two biggest. So uh but times change, man. Just like how Fortnite came out of nowhere. There'll be another game that comes out of nowhere in a couple of years, probably that resets everything again. So, I don't think I know what Tenshu is, but it sounds familiar. Time Shift, I don't. I think. See, Time Shift is that. I don't know if that's the game I'm thinking of or not. It's like a shooter and you can like. Oh no, I'm thinking of Time Split. Okay, so I don't know what Time Shift is. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. See, those games, I think if they change the play style today to like more like Skate and how uh the Ubisoft game there has shoot you know what I'm talking about, where they just added skateboarding to it. It was the downhill racing game. Uh but yeah, if they can change it to like more like thumbstick controls and not just the A B and stuff, I think they could make Tony Hawk Pro Skater like relevant again. I just think that more people want to feel like they're controlling the skateboard and the flicks and everything, and they're not just button spamming, combos and stuff like that. Like I think people want to actually feel it in their thumbs. So if they could bring it back like that, Tony Hawk I think could have a good easy resurgence because skateboarding's still pretty popular in the world. I think skateboarding's still probably just as popular as it was like 10 years ago. I mean, it's probably maybe a little bit less popular just because kids are lazier nowadays, but it is what it is. True crime, I don't know that. Zork, I don't really know what that is. World of Warcraft, though, if they were to bring the WoW subscription to Game Pass PC, I think that would be fucking huge for WoW, and I think that would bring in a lot of new people because they wouldn't have to pay the 11 or 12 or $15 a month or whatever it is nowadays. And I think also if they could find a way to get WoW on Xbox, it would be fucking huge too. Because like, why can't they? Because Black Desert's on Xbox, Elder Scrolls Online's on Xbox and PlayStation. Like all these games are on every, console is pretty much what I'm saying. So like even if they brought WoW to PlayStation too through whatever means, um, I think like there's a way that you could get WoW on console. And I think that it's weird that it's not yet. And I think that would open the doors for so many new people to try WoW who don't have a PC and could potentially save their game and get them back over the hump that they're in right now. Me personally, I'm not a big WoW fan. I've always been a RuneScape guy, but I do want to see like WoW and RuneScapes do well because they're still like going after all these years, and it's actually crazy to see. But I know that like WoW's been really struggling lately, and I'm pretty sure RuneScape's been growing. I haven't played in a couple months, just because I've been busy with other games and stuff. But anyways, this is about WoW. I think that they should do that. I think RuneScape should be on the Switch because it's touchscreen. I think it would work on the Switch, but like yeah, I mean, there's so much shit that they can do. There's a lot of cool things that could come from this, and I just wanted to make this quick video for fun. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. If you didn't, let me know what you didn't like, and I don't think that there's a monopoly or anything like that. I think this is only a positive for gamers as a whole, and if you haven't yet, uh, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, let me know. And I'm just going to continue making the videos that I feel like making and talking about. Anything that seems interesting to me, anything, or if anyone gives me any suggestions, I'll make those as well. But anyways, this video is getting a little too long-winded. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!